through all of the trends, through all of country music's ups and downs, one thing country music fans have come to rely on is that Bobby Mackey's country is real country. Bobby's been doing country music his way every day for over 30 years. And he just celebrated his 70th birthday. He's nowhere near slowing down. In fact, he's back with a brand new album ahead of schedule. Bobby Mackey, welcome to WVXU.
Thank you very much. Great to be here, and what a beautiful day.
Welcome back. I should say, because you were just here to talk about the Northern Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. And at that time, I thought that your new record wasn't going to be ready till about the end of the summer, but all of a sudden, you hurried up and got it done.
We got on the ball, and that's why I say it's a beautiful day. The new album is out, and got some great news. The first week out, it's on the country up-and-coming chart this week, and with 80 plays.
Congratulations. Congratulations on that.
That's a good start. I hope next week is 160 plays.
Absolutely. I hope so too. I think country music's ready for some fresh, real country. The record is entitled I'll Go Down Swinging.
Yeah.
Bobby, what are you swinging at these days?
It's an old song, and the title song, I'll Go Down Swinging. It's an old Bill Anderson song, and Porter Wagner had a big hit on it in the 60s. And I thought, that people haven't heard this song for many years. So I recorded it, liked the way it turned out. And I've been working on this album for 3 years.
Wow.
And but I had another album out since that, but when I recorded this, I did 30 sides. I did 30 songs, and I picked out some for the first album, and this finally worked on this one for the other album.
That's like picking your favorite child, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm the world's worst. I just can't pick. I just can't pick them. So we got a promotion company that's working with us, and we presented this album to them, and they picked.
Well, that's good. Then you're kind of out of it because you love them all, right? Or
Yeah,
you wouldn't have recorded them.
and it means a lot to me because they picked from their point of view, which they promote to the radio, and their point of view of what they can make happen and whatnot, So they picked Lucille, the old song you picked, "A Fine Time to Leave Me, Lucille." It's on the album, and I did a different version, completely different than what Kenny Rogers did. It was a #1 hit in 1977 for Kenny Rogers. So I'm real pleased with it, and that's the song they're leaning on.
Another song that caught my ear on the record was your cover of "I'm Not Lisa." Jesse Coulter's.
I turned that around.
Yes, you did.
I just had a thought about it. I love the melody to the song always, and I got thinking about it, and I turned it around, and it's a different, it's the same song, just a different atmosphere about it.
Yeah, it is. Jesse Coulter's 75th birthday is this week, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Well, like you mentioned a while ago, I was going to say that 70 doesn't seem so bad.
Not a bit. It sure as heck beats the alternative, right? But yeah. So is that a song that you perform with your band, or did you just do that in the studio?
I started doing it with the band first because they knew it. They had played it with some female singers, and so I just learned it that way and done it, and I got a good reading from the crowd from it. And then I thought, I'm going to record this, so I quit doing it on stage. I wanted to wait for it to be new now, see. So the recording really turned out good, I think.
You think you have a way to get that to Jessie's ears?
Maybe. She wrote it,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I bet she would like to hear it done that way.
Yeah. Playing at the nightclub, I get a good feel for what my crowd is looking for, and I'll tell you, the crowd can't find a lot of country anymore.
I was going to ask you if you had watched the Country Music Awards a couple of weeks ago.
5 minutes.
What was that? I mean, I heard, other than maybe Chris Stapleton, I heard hip-hop and I heard R&B and really slick production. Your record couldn't be more different.
Yeah, and it's me. It's what I am, and I'm not trying to make myself what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a song on the album that I wrote called "What They Call Country Is Not Country. They Just Stole the Name," which says a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I wish they would I wish they would use some other name and give us back country.
What goes around comes around. The pendulum always swings, so I think you're in the right place for that, because I'll tell you what, I agree with you, and I'm not
Yeah,
any kind of country
yeah.
music expert.
But I'm really
Yeah.
proud of this album.
Yeah.
I've been recording for years, and the passion for the music has never gone away. And I really feel like that I have captured the passion in the studio this time. And it was always hard for me to sing in the studio because, as I mentioned a while ago, I like the live audience. I always feed off a crowd, and if there's no crowd there, just a microphone, it's different. And this time I really captured the passion of singing live on stage, I think.
I think you did too, and I think your voice sounds great. You sound really healthy, and really you're embracing and wrapping your voice around these songs. And some of the songs are your own originals.
Yeah, I wrote the what they call country, and I wrote a song called "This Day Was Made for Us."
Oh, that one kind of made me cry.
You know what? It gets to me too. I love the song. I'll tell you when I wrote it. The last time that the great Merle Haggard was in town, he was either at Taft. Music hall, Taft. He was at Taft, and it was in June about 3 or 4 years ago. And my wife and I love Merle Haggard. He's my all-time favorite singer, and so we had tickets going to go see Merle, and it was a Wednesday night, and every time he'd come around and be in town, it'd be a Friday or Saturday. We always had to work, so we never could really go and enjoy Merle Haggard. Well, this time it was a Wednesday, and she was at the club, at the nightclub doing some work, and we were talking on the phone, and I said, "Wow, we're going to see Merle tonight." I said, "This day was made for us." And I hung up, and in 30 minutes, I called her back and sang it to her.
Oh my gosh!
Wrote it that quick. It just wrote itself.
I'm so glad you told that story, because to me, when I heard it, and this is, I think, a sign of a great song, that it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
I thought of a wedding.
Oh, perfect. I've had in my mind, and I've said it many times, that this would make a great wedding song.
It would, and the next time I get married, I'm going to have you sing it for me.
Okay, I certainly will.
Don't tell my husband that. My guest is singer, writer, entertainer, and businessman Bobby Mackey. And Bobby is a member of the Northern Kentucky Music Legends Hall of Fame. You stayed active with that group as well, Bobby. And that celebration is coming up.
Yes, it is coming up here, and some great talent going into the Hall of Fame this year. I was.
You were in the first class.
Yeah,
weren't you?
I was very lucky. I was in the first class, and with some great talent, like Kenny Price and Bonnie Lou and Bob Braun, and wow, there's some great ones.
You've seen it all, and then of course, as you mentioned, Merle Haggard. There's another song on the record called "The Great Haggard Songs."
Oh yeah, this song. I'm telling you, I wrote this song. It's the only thing that I could do when I first heard about Merle Haggard passing away. I was in such a mood, and I'll tell you, the mood comes through in this song. Wrote a song called the Great Haggard Songs, and there's a line in there called "There will always be a heartbeat in the great Merle Haggard songs," and that's how I felt. My mood is on there.
Where did you record, Bobby?
I recorded at the Red Brick Studio in Columbia, Kentucky, and a good friend of mine, Danny Bailey, he and I had a little studio together in Nashville 25 years ago, and he left Nashville and come back up to Columbia, Kentucky, and he hooked up with a lawyer friend of his, and they built a great studio, Red Brick Studio. It's right in Public Square. You can see the old courthouse. When you drive into a town where there's a court, you're looking right at the courthouse.
Oh, sure.
You have to go around it.
Yeah.
Go around to the right, and you come back out on the left.
A million towns like that.
The studio's right in that square. And
Okay.
you can see out the window. You can see people driving around the courthouse
Nice.
square.
Who played on the record with you?
A bunch of Nashville musicians. Danny brought musicians up from Nashville. It's only a 2-hour drive from Nashville to Columbia, and it's a 3-hour drive from me down there. So
It's not bad.
yeah, that's some great various musicians, and over the whole album, we've had different ones, and if I started naming them, I know I'll leave somebody out. But we had a lot of great pickers, and you know, this is the best thing I've ever done.
They say there's some pretty good pickers in Nashville.
Yeah. Well, you know what? There are good pickers everywhere.
Yeah, there are.
You know, there's a lot of great pickers here in the greater Cincinnati area, and
They sure are.
a lot of them getting in the music legends, Northern Kentucky Music Legends Hall of Fame.
A lot of them playing with you week after week at
Yeah,
Bobby
they do.
Mackey's
Yeah,
in
the-
Wilder, Kentucky.
The best darn band, I call it.
Best darn band. That is radio, isn't it? You gonna do any touring to promote this record, Bobby?
Well, you know, that's the one thing that I probably won't do. You know, maybe it's a 70-year-old thing.
Well, I think technology has changed so
But,
much you don't have to
Yeah,
get out there as much.
exactly. You know, you can reach the world,
Mm-hmm.
like we're doing right here. You know,
But
but-
playing the songs and the record be available at your club.
I plan to just stay right there at the club. That's been my life. That's where I've been for 40 years, and I plan to stay right there Friday and Saturday night. And I'm not going to do much playing outside there. But you know, if I had a little pressure, I might. I don't know.
And I'm guessing you'll be able to pick up a copy of the record at your club and also
Yes.
through your website.
Yeah, and iTunes and Amazon and.
Yeah, technology's really affected
Oh,
the
it's
way you
great.
sell a record too.
It's
hasn't
great.
it?
It's selling already.
Yeah.
The album is the downloads.
Well, I think the country music fans are really the best fans. They
Yeah.
love the music and the
Yeah.
artist, and they want it all. They aren't going to just download one tune.
I've picked up a lot of fans through the paranormal world.
Yeah, there's that. That's another interview.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, because you got a couple of paranormal guests hanging out at the club, don't you?
That's what they say. I've never had no conversations with them myself, but I just don't. I don't like to say a lot of negative things because so many people do believe in it, and I don't want to step on nobody's toes. But it's not my thing. I'm not into it. I wouldn't know it if I saw it. You know, I know a good song when I hear it. Otherwise, I didn't want that to get out. Carl Lawson, the caretaker for me when I first opened 40 years ago, he lived in the house, closest house to the building. And he started working for me, cleaning up and stuff. Great kid. And but Carl's no longer with us. He passed away. Rest in peace, Carl. But he started trying to tell me things, and I said, "What are you trying to tell me?" And when I picked up on what he was trying to say, I said, "Carl, I don't want to hear nothing about that, and I don't want you to tell nobody." So anyway, it finally got out about 10 years later, and I didn't start it. I can't stop it.
I don't think it's kept anybody away. It
I
might
don't
have
think
brought
so
a
either.
few
But in the
viewers.
beginning, I thought it would.
Yeah, well, yeah, see, businessman. Bobby Mackey says when it comes to singing country music, he knows only one way, the traditional way, and he's been singing true, real, traditional country music all of his life. It works for your fans, Bobby, and it works for you. It's been working for more than 4 decades as a visit to his club in Wilder, complete with mechanical bull, line dancing, and the best darn band around.
Yes.
And maybe a ghost or two will prove. The new record is I'll Go Down Swinging, and it's available now. For more info on Bobby Mackey, his club, his music, anything else you want to know about this true treasure of Kentucky, visit our website, WVXU.org. Bobby, you got any plans to retire?
No, maybe 10 years, maybe 10 more years. What do you think?
I'm sure when you do, you'll go down swinging.
Yes, I will. I've been there 40. Why not 50? You know?
Go.
But talking about my traditional roots, Hank Williams Sr. taught me how to sing when I was 4 years old.
There you go.
There you go.
It don't get much better than that. Bobby, thank you so much for bringing the new record, and much luck with it, and look forward to hearing it all over Country Music Radio.
Thank you so much, and thanks for having me on.
You betcha. For WVXU, I'm Elaine Diehl. We got the thumbs up.
You late.